Iman and Issa. Today I'm going to be talking about a huge problem that happens in America, which is gun violence. Gun violence is a huge problem that is caused rapidly throughout America. A little background of gun violence. Gun violence has been going on for many years throughout America. And it's been increasing rapidly and causing a lot of deaths. Nearly 40,000 people die due to gun violence every single year. Around 110 people die every single day. More than 200 people get injured or wounded per day. That causes a huge impact on the lives of the American citizens. It can affect them mentally and physically. Mentally, it could cause stress, anxiety, depression, and PTSD. According to the GVA website, which is Gun Violence Archive, the number of deaths caused by gun violence have been increasing for the past 7 years. It went from 19,411 deaths in 2020 to 40,000 deaths in 2022. And it started off in 2014 from 12,418 deaths. And it keeps increasing per year. What's gun violence? Gun violence is violence that is committed with the use of a firearm. It can harm both the shooter and the victim, and may lead to a person being injured or even killed. It may cause a person who experienced any gun shooting, violence, mass shooting, school shooting, or any type of situation where gun violence occurred, many different types of trauma after, such as stress, anxiety, depression, and PTSD, which is post-trauma stress disorder. There are many different causes for gun violence. Main cause is due to poverty and easy access to firearms. Poverty can be a huge case regarding gun violence because people might want to harm others just to get money and to be able to provide what is not provided for them. Easy access to firearms is a huge problem that is in America. Being able to have a gun at the age of 17 or 18 is a huge crisis because when teenagers have guns, they don't really know how to act with guns. They just want to play around, and maybe playing around will lead to many different dangerous situations. Also, income inequality is a huge factor. Not having the same income as others may lead others to feel left out or less worthy than people who have more money and wanting to become as successful and as wealthy as the people who have the wealth and rich. Lack of opportunity. Not having jobs, not having the money to be able to have education can be also a crisis because that could cause someone to become violent. And since guns are provided recklessly, then that is an option for them to use. Lack of education towards using a gun in a non-violent way. Owning a gun and not being trained to use a gun is a huge problem because shooting, you don't know where you might be aiming at, whether it's the heart, the stomach, the head. That is a huge problem because then you could cause someone to die without you realizing that you just accidentally shot them in the wrong place. Why gun violence is a serious issue that needs a solution. It's affecting everyone's lives. It's affecting children not wanting to go to schools because of school shootings, like the most important historic event that occurred in 2012, where many children were shot along with teachers, and everyone has heard of that story because of the school shooting. Teens being affected by school shootings, as well as regular shootings, having in between gangs, friends, being threatened, adults being affected by shootings, either them or losing a family member, or having the thought of losing their child during school shootings. And the elderly, of course. It's affecting them emotionally in a very negative way. So we need to find a solution for this serious crisis. I would like to provide solutions along with the help of President Biden that I would take action of. The help with President Biden is to treat the root of the problem, to to gun violence, which is mainly mental health. When we hear about gun shootings or gun violence incidents or acts, we always tend to know that the background of the reason behind that a gun violent act was because the person was bullied or went through physical or an abusive household, or is dealing with a mental health issue. Therefore, we should, before providing a person a gun or having them have the ability to hold a gun, is letting them go through a mental screening by a therapist. They can come up with a specific focus on whether they are mentally able to handle guns after getting the screening. And after getting the screening and being confirmed that the person is mentally positive to own a gun, going through training, which requires a person to have license or a certificate to own a gun, and therefore we will lower and decrease the risks of gun violence. And I would appreciate the help of President Biden to solve this crisis, and I hope that you guys as well get more knowledge and education towards gun violence and not use it recklessly. Thank you, have a good day.